Oh, you want to do the intro? You don't want to do my job this week? Okay, that's cool. That's
well, yeah, I don't want to do your job. He's making me feel guilty. He wasn't here.
I wasn't here. Okay, more like I said a time and then you said another time. But no, it's fine. It's all right. Look, Steve, you were not the first person to go on TV and act like they didn't need me. My wife refused to make out with me on Netflix. You know what? It's okay. I'm not going to let myself be emotionally stymied by the curly-brained musings of an insecure ferret fellow like yourself. But folks, welcome to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks attitude. I am your host, Brian Kennison. With me, as always, Casanova of the not caring about your friends' feelings, Dancing Stevie J.
I am at a loss for words for the first time in my entire life.
Well, good. Maybe I should host this week, and you can just hippity-hop to the barbershop, you son of a... Hey, folks, biscuits are good, is what I was going to say there. Son of a biscuit, I am hungry. But, folks, I'm hungry for action. That's why we're going to go ahead and get into the first matchup.
Sure, yeah.
A good thing I'm talking about biscuits because there's a lot of juice in this opening matchup. I'm talking about Luscious Lawrence going up against the big and meaty Big Zoe.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from right here in the middle, the Beast from Beast, Big Zoe!
Hello and welcome everyone to OVW Overdrive, coming to you from the historic Hot Point Davis Arena. My name is Carmen Michael, coming at you right along ringside with the one, the only Josh Abcraft. And Josh, check your watch, man. It's Zoe time.
Absolutely. Big Zoe tearing it up, and you hear the OVW faithful loving him, but...
Oh.
And his opponent, from Thunder Island, Sweet Daddy Nasty, the Cream, Luscious Lawrence!
Captain of the SS Booty Meat himself, Luscious Lawrence.
Is that an accredited ship?
I mean, I'm not really sure. I know it's registered with the Coast Guard. It sank a time or two.
I'm not sure if that thing can float, Josh.
Well, he's always talking about my dinghy. It's got to be the boat, right?
Singles action to get us started here on OVW Overdrive as Luscious Lawrence continues to adjust to the singles division. Certainly has a tough task ahead of him here tonight against Big Zoe.
Yeah, unfortunately, that untimely injury to his partner, Omar Amir. Omar sideline. We wish Omar all the best, but Big Zoe right now is what Luscious Lawrence has to focus on in the ring. Zoe, a man who knows a thing or two about tag team competition himself here.
Former three-time tag team champion and TV champion as well. Both men here, it's synonymous with the OVW brand. And now Big Zoe just bringing down Luscious Lawrence, using all that body weight.
Zoe's going to have to use that body weight. Oh, hang on, though. Zoe train.
Zoe calling for it one more time. Oh, no! Springboard into the back elbow.
The quickness of Zoe throwing off Luscious Lawrence, not giving Lawrence any time to breathe.
A man that size should not be able to pull off a cartwheel.
No, they shouldn't.
Big Zoe watching Lawrence in the corner, and now,
hold on. No. Oh, the buffet out of Luscious. Zoe not having any of it, though.
A rough landing there for Luscious Lawrence.
Oh, Luscious blocks the shot, though. Zoe reeling now. Lawrence back up to that top rope. Comes off with a sledge, Carmen.
A double axe handle now. Luscious making his way to the other side, looking to fly once again. Big Zoe still somehow on his feet.
Zoe's a hard man to get off his feet. I mean, once he's down, you know, he's got that explosive power. He can explode back up off the canvas after you, but to get him down is a feat in and of itself.
But to get him up is a whole nother challenge. Can Lawrence do it? Zoe trying to find out. Hoist up Lawrence.
Oh! Luscious Lawrence comes down hard.
Right on the lower back, and now Zoe hoisting him up. Body slam, center of the ring. Zoe, oh, down with a leg drop.
Zoe leg drop into the cover.
Will this be enough?
Oh.
Kick out at 2 from Luscious Lawrence.
Zoe with the press. Trying to get that chest-to-chest contact to keep him down.
You saw the official taking a moment to check the shoulders of Luscious Lawrence. Excellent officiating there. And now Zoe Looking to send Lawrence in the corner. Lawrence going for it one more time, but hold on. Electric chair position.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Zoe's got Lawrence up and oh! Big electric chair drop right in the center of the ring. Luscious is down. He might be out.
Hooks the leg. Is this enough? No.
Oh.
Still somehow, some way, Luscious Lawrence able to get the shoulder off the mat at 2.
I thought that was a 3 for sure.
And now Zoe looking to stay in control. Right hand from Lawrence. These two men trading shots.
Right to the temple.
Oh, swing and a miss on the clothesline, and now Luscious sweeps the legs.
Oh no. Luscious Lawrence looking to drop that big old hog's leg, but Zoe.
Using that leg strength shoves. Lawrence out the rope, spinning heel kick.
Zoe popping up off the canvas there.
That explosive offense from Big Zoe.
You see the welts on Luscious Lawrence back. All the abuse, all the punishment he's taken from Zoe. Zoe
now hoisting him up once again, looking to finish things.
Tried to go for that Zonado, but a quick roll up here.
Hold on, this could be enough. 2, 3.
Got him.
Here's your winner, Luscious Lawrence!
Luscious Lawrence with a big victory here in the singles division, right here on OVW Overdrive.
Freya threw my only coping mechanism that I have. Freya threw my knife and I don't know where it's at. Have you seen it, Therapist Larkin? Have you seen my knife? I have not seen your knife, lovely Miss Larkin. I wish I could. I wish I did. But you know what? Who might have seen it? Sophia Rose. Oh, Sophia Rose might have seen my knife. Do you think she saw? Did you see it? Have you seen my knife, Sophia? Sophia. Oh, yeah.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
If you haven't seen OVW Rise on Thursday nights live, well, why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Get your tickets now at OVWTix.com and become part of the action every Thursday night as OVW Rise broadcasts around the world.
Come see me.
So if you haven't seen OVW Live,
Why not?
We just
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You look like a ninja when you do it.
this new camera person just as bad as the other. Hey, folks, welcome back to Overdrive. And
That's because we don't pay our camera people.
why would we? Look at this
I don't have money.
purple shirt. Anyways, folks, speaking of purple shirt, Larkin, the purplest of brains,
purple?
the wildest of brains.
Yeah, no, I
don't
can't-
even.
I don't know where it's headed, and I don't want to know where it's headed.
Yeah. Yeah, when the thought process is a plane takes off, it gets lost in the Bermuda, and that Bermuda is Larkin's brain. But hey, there is still currently, hey, you know, we're former detectives ourselves. There is a case of the missing invisible knife, and Larkin's hot on the case, folks. Make sure you follow us on social media to stay on top of that one.
You can help her out with that. I'm busy.
I feel like she's got it, you know.
She's got it. She's got it all her own.
The old BNS detective agency has retired, and for insurance purposes.
That's why I got this gold watch, because I retired.
You just got the glasses on there, Corey Hart. But folks, speaking of Corey Hart, let's go ahead and get into
it's
this
bright.
next matchup, which is going to be full of heart, because we got an OVW original. I'm talking about Adam Revolver going one-on-one. What purple shirt? Who is it?
No, it's not. It's Icon Lee versus Danny Limelight. Doi.
Oh,
Doi.
yeah. It's purple
Come
shirt. But it's
on.
the bad cue card.
Yeah,
You're holding up the
that's-
wrong name, and then you
that's-
shake your
yeah,
head at
that's
me.
the
This is
cameraman's
ridiculous.
fault.
This is
Yeah.
stupid. All right, Danny Limelight versus Icon Lee. Let's get into it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Brooklyn, New York, the radioactive Poppy, Danny Limelight.
What a treat we have in store for you right now on OVW Overdrive. Danny Limelight making his debut. The 10-year veteran has finally made his way here to Louisville, Kentucky.
A well-traveled veteran is at that.
This man has appeared for practically every major TV wrestling brand, but...
And his opponent, now entering his domain, he is the shepherd of sheep, Icon Lee!
To finish my thought, he has traveled all around the world, but I'm not sure he has ever competed against someone quite like Icon Lee.
I don't ever think there's been anyone quite like Icon Lee.
Icon certainly a very polarizing figure here to the audience. You say what you want about Icon Lee, but you cannot take your eyes off of this man when he comes through the curtain.
He thinks very highly of himself. I don't think anybody else does, though.
Some would call it confidence, some would call it delusion. However, Icon Lee has been rather successful here.
Look, I would say arrogance, but I'm arrogant, and that makes me look bad. He makes arrogance look bad.
Of course, has challenged for the OVW Rush Division Championship. Has a tough task here, facing off against Danny Limelight.
And look, you know, I hate to say it, but he's got talent. He is a very talented young individual, and he's chiseled, man.
It really does pain you to say that, doesn't it?
It does. It pains me. It hurts me. Like, I don't want it. My brain does not want to put the words out. However, Icon Lee is going to have his hands full with Danny Limelight. Like you said, that 10-year well-traveled veteran.
Side headlock takeover now. Limelight showing a little confidence of his own.
You know, I think you're absolutely right. It's a shorter list of places where he hasn't been. And we're happy to have him here debuting in OVW on Overdrive. And listen to this.
Limelight, a standout on the independent scene, but here tonight, it may actually be Icon's domain.
They were chanting Icon sucks. What crowd were you listening to?
I didn't say anything about the crowd. I'm just saying Icon Lee has been here. He may have the home field advantage.
Well, that's one way to put it. Quick fireman's carry takeover, snatches that side headlock, and now that rear chin lock, just dragging Icon Lee around.
Limelight staying in control. Lee reaching back, trying to grab a hold of the braids. He's grounded Icon Lee, and Lee drops down with a jawbreaker.
He manages to get out of that, but Limelight, ooh, pointed the elbow right up under the jaw.
Icon certainly not handling the Limelight too well now. Back elbow from Danny Limelight now. Gets Icon into the corner after a chop.
Icon Lee reverses that Irish whip. Icon Lee charges in, up and over goes Lee, hangs on though. Oh! Big kick, catches Danny Limelight.
What's he have in mind here? Springboard knee strike.
And just that quick, the tone of the match can change.
That's all it takes. Like him or not, a knee strike to the side of the temple could be a knockout blow, but Limelight still fighting back.
That arm wringer trying to pop that shoulder right out of socket.
Certainly will affect the striking game of Icon Lee. And now,
hang on.
Trapping the arm.
I'm in a hammerlock. Oh! Pulls him through, short arm clothesline.
A decapitating strike, and now Limelight, his eyes set on the ropes. Charges in, penalty kick to the chest.
Huge PK gets him the 1-2, and oh, I thought it was 3.
How Icon Lee kicked out is absolutely against me. The crowd here at the Hot Point Davis Arena chanting that was 3.
I mean, they might not like Icon Lee. Oh, hang on.
I'll tell you what, they like that.
They did like that. Oh, hang on, asking for one more. Oh! Well, the plate of chops for the evening has been served up. Limelight Irish whip sends him off, but Icon Lee.
Oh, Lee, hold on. Rolls through, shoulders not on the mat.
Scrambling on the canvas here.
You can sense the urgency from Lee, and now another kick right between the shoulders.
Hell of a shot to Icon Lee.
And the radioactive Poppy just searing the flesh. Hold on. Inside cradle. Inside cradle. Icon Lee just defeated Limelight.
Here's your winner, Icon Lee!
Icon Lee, somehow, some way, able to get the win here over Danny Limelight. Quick roll up out of Icon.
Anytime, any place, you cannot discredit your opponent. All it takes is 3 seconds. We just saw an excellent example right there from Icon Lee.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling, the OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Well, yeah.
You point at me. You don't say, "Hey,
do
Brian."
it.
I
did it
can't
all
see.
last
I can't
week.
hear you point at me. Oh, okay. Anyway, folks, welcome back to Overdrive. And Icon Lee picking up a iconic win over Danny Limelight.
To spite me, I feel. He's winning to spite me.
I can't believe he's doing
butter.
that. Oh, no. I can believe he's not butter. I am 99% sure that man is not made of butter. But folks, stick around and watch more OVW to find out. But hey, also watch more Overdrives. We got more action coming up after the break. You want to tell them what that is?
Well, no. I forgot. Jeez Louise, it's
All right,
Anthony
folks.
Catena versus Exodus. We got the trifecta.
See,
The
that-
trifecta.
Trifecta, more like the handsome guys factor. Because that's three handsome dudes out with the same mission, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I thought it was going to be a horse racing thing with the betting and the trifecta, but it doesn't seem like they're heading that direction.
You got the brains of a Clydesdale, folks. Let's get into the action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cottage Hills, Illinois, the Dragonfly, Chris Exodus.
Welcome back to OVW Overdrive. The Dragonfly, Chris Exodus, looking to fly here tonight.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Brandon Beretta and Ashton Adonis, from Highland Park, Dallas, Texas, and representing the Trifecta, Anthony Catena.
Anthony Catena out here with the rest of the triad. These three guys have become this force in OVW over the course of the last couple of weeks.
Let me tell you, the Trifecta, they represent the youth, the talent, the brains, and they've certainly made their mission statement clear here at OVW.
This trio of men, the Trifecta here. And look at Anthony Catena. Anthony Catena didn't even bother changing into his gear for this matchup. You looked at the board in the back. He told me earlier tonight that Chris Exodus was going to be something that he wasn't too terribly worried about, and I think that's the wrong attitude to have coming in with Chris Exodus out there.
Cannot take Exodus lightly. Exodus, the newest addition to our Rush division.
See what I mean?
Certainly has a lot to prove here tonight, but a tough task as he faces off against the Trifecta. Exodus, quicker than a hiccup. We're seeing that right now. Oh, the turn inside out.
But Catena so powerful, just leveling Chris Exodus.
Exodus turned inside out on that clothesline. And now Catena looking to take advantage. Has Exodus in the corner. Thunderous chop.
Yeah, big chop across the chest. See Exodus clutching at his wrist. Catena wrenched it back over that top rope and just flings him into that corner.
Saw Catena grab a hold of that neck, trying to control Exodus, make sure he can't use that speed to his advantage. And now Catena, may have miscalculated.
Nobody home. Exodus step up enziguri, using the ropes for leverage.
Exodus may be small, but he's dangerous, especially on that top rope, but he's caught. And launched all the way across the ring.
Oh my God. That man caught some major air. Catena
showing off some strength and now charges in, back elbow.
Catena got every single bit of that, and he did that in a pair of Timbs.
Exodus just crumbles down to the mat. Catena now stalking Exodus, handful of hair as we see the trifecta looking on the outside.
Ashton Adonis, Brandon Beretta. The two men that Anthony Catena has decided to throw in with in this quest to take gold here in OVW. And look at Catena.
Three of the most physically gifted athletes on the roster. And Catena now could put away Exodus, but looking to prove a point.
Well, Anthony Catena, it feels like he rightfully should be OVW Media Champion. He feels like he should be in the running for that OVW National Championship. And I heard from the trifecta earlier, I got stopped in the hallway.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, it was what it was. The trifecta look at me and they say, hey, no matter who wins between Basham and Surge, we want that shot. We want that national championship.
Exodus now full out of steam. Misses with that stomp, but now.
Hang on, he went down clutching at his knee. May have been a mistake.
Hits the jawbreaker. But to your credit, he may have hurt that knee, hurt the ankle. Catena catches the foot. Oh my God!
Chris Exodus may be out.
Caught him from mid-air with that DDT. And look at the look on the face of Catena. Pure intensity, just spiteful.
He could go for the pin right now, but he says no, not yet.
You can hear him saying, I could go for it, but we're here to take over.
Well, Chris Exodus, unfortunately, looking like the sacrificial lamb for the trifecta. Once again, they feel like the old guard stood in the way for much too long. Wanting some fresh blood into the championship scene, and there's that DDT for TMC.
They're looking to get what they think they deserve. And right now, Catena putting a lot of folks on notice.
Here is your winner, Anthony Catena!
Shoving away our official to bring in the trifecta, folks. We may have ushered in a new era here at OVW.
Purple shirt, where are we? Is it top or bottom? Which one are we? Is it top or?
Top of what?
I swear, this is We should call Mary.
What segment
Whatever
are we
happened to
in?
Mary? This is the purple shirt is terrible.
Are we filming out of order? I think this might be the start of the show. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to OVW Overdrive, the show that always kicks attitude.
Are we doing like a Pulp Fiction thing now? This is...
Yeah, we're doing it. It's Memento. Keep up, guys. Keep up.
Folks, welcome back, or welcome to, for the first time, OVW Overdrive, where we have action, or you've already been seeing action. But I know what you're going to see next. I do know the next match you're going to see, because in the next match, you're going to see the foundations of the future of OVW. OVW Academy standouts going up against each other. But first, I'm also going to tell you about Anthony Catena and the Trifecta, and this new triumvirate of young, handsome talent that we're seeing come together for...
It's not a horse betting gimmick. Continue.
Thank God he cleared that up. Folks, they say they don't want to wait in line. They are the damn line now. The Trifecta, not just waiting to be for their opportunity, seizing the opportunity, looking for gold, looking to do that as a group, and we're going to see how that unfolds.
And they're super handsome, so.
Incredibly.
The whole three of them. It's like they knew. Like they were like gravitating. I should have gravitated towards it. I guess I'm not as handsome.
You do not fit in that group. Maybe in this tag team match up next. Again, OVW Academy standouts, folks. You want to see what OVW is going to look like here in a few years. At the main event level, it's going to be one of these four guys. We're talking about the Only Bros. What, purple shirt? Why are you shaking your head?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada,
Jay Deniro out here for action on OVW Overdrive.
I know we always talk about the look on the face of the Deniro, but he seems exceptionally in a bad mood tonight.
Well, I wouldn't really call it a bad mood. I'd call it focused. We're seeing a focused Jay Deniro.
and his opponent, from Chicago, Illinois, the back-breaking artist, Jake Painter!
Jake Painter, one of the hottest young prospects in OVW as of late.
Painter has turned a lot of heads here at OVW, not just here on Overdrive, but on Rise as well. The sky is certainly the limit for Painter, but let me tell you, he's talked about a bad mood from Deniro typically. We're seeing a bad mood out of Jake Painter here lately as well.
Jay Deniro. You know, I always like to say Jay Deniro paints houses when he's beating people down in the corner, but Painter is going to try to avoid that at all risks tonight, to stay away from him.
You know, there's certainly some confidence and cockiness on behalf of Jay Deniro instilled on him from his former partner and business associate, Tony Evans. Step up enziguri from Painter.
Jake Painter now measuring Jay Deniro, charges through. Oh, a pair of knees right to the spine.
Folks, he didn't earn that back-breaking artist moniker by not having moves in his arsenal like that, now targeting the lower back once again.
Well, he doesn't take that name lightly either. He wants to be able to live up to it. You know, shades of Roderick Strong back in the day, the old Messiah of the backbreaker.
He'll put a hurting on you and make it look pretty, and now hoisting up, attempting to hoist up Deniro.
Forearm strike right to lower back. Now Painter comes off the ropes, but Deniro so quick.
Deniro had it scouted, staying one step ahead, delivers with a clothesline, and now
see him clutching that lower back. Hang on, pump handle, hooks him almost for a suplex. Oh!
Beautiful maneuver there from Deniro.
I don't even know what the hell to call that. A pump handle brainbuster? I'm not mad at it if so.
Charges into the corner, eats a back elbow from Painter. Painter gonna have to use that speed here.
Backcracker.
Going for the cover, this could be enough. And only a one.
Wow.
Think of all the air just driven out of the lungs of Jay Deniro.
So powerful. Now Painter lining up. Deniro smartly moves out of the way. Painter might have went to the well one too many times on that one. Deniro, back elbow under the jaw. Now a clothesline, and Deniro still clutching at that lower back, but he is rocking and rolling, Carmen.
And how much damage was done to the knees of Jake Painter, driven into the corner.
But a steel ring underneath that. Deniro clothesline in the corner, comes through. Huge boot.
Now coming off the ropes with an elbow drop.
Corkscrew elbow right to the heart. 2, 3.
Here's your winner,
Jay Deniro picking up a huge victory here tonight on Overdrive, sending Jake Painter to the showers. Take nothing away, what a hell of a matchup between these two men.
Incredible matchup here tonight on Overdrive. Deniro standing tall.
To all of the loyal fans of OVW, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
If you haven't seen OVW Rise on Thursday nights live, well, why not?
Why not? Why not? Why not?
Get your tickets now at OVWTix.com and become part of the action every Thursday night as OVW Rise broadcasts around the world.
Come see me.
So if you haven't seen OVW Live,
Why not?
Hey, I get a purple people cedar. I'm calling you cedar because you're a bit of an ass. Folks, welcome back to Overdrive, where we just saw Jay Deniro pick up a huge win over Jake Painter.
It's fine. We're good.
I am
good. Yeah,
hot.
I'm upset too. You know what? Let's go back to the week that was at OVW Rise and just slide right into it, brother. We're going to slide right into it.
Speaking of sliding right into it, sliding right into action, the handsome guy factor. I'm talking about the trifecta. I'm talking about Brandon Beretta teaming up with Ashton Adonis to take on the OVW Tag Team Champions, Loud and Lawless, in non-title contest.
And they picked up the win. The champs were defeated in the center of the ring, and we saw that backstage, it did not affect the champs too much. They knew that it was onward and upward with them, but that wasn't all that happened. We also had Star Rider and Evil Z in action, and then Super Z gets involved, and we see Star Rider and Evil Z painting the face of your local superhero, and you got to question, where is their mind at? You know, it's nowhere near normal.
I mean, but that's the thing, though. Super Z, he's a hero. He got called out by Star Rider, and, he met that call. And I think when you answer a call, you have to expect whatever's going to come after that. And, you had to know Evil Z was there in the wings. Super Z had to have expected that, Anyway, folks.
I feel like it's right there, Anyways, continue.
Which way? You got some on your nose?
No, thanks.
I got you. Now, folks, speaking of right there, we are right there with Sophia Rose, your OVW Women's Champion, and J-Rod. These two women have been beating the hell out of each other for weeks, and you know what? I think it's Groundhog's Day, because despite OVW management's best efforts, these two women were put in separate rooms, separate interviews. We had security. They found a way to beat the hell out of each other again during OVW Rise.
If you put them in the same zip code, they're going to find a way to tear each other limb from limb, and they did it this past week on OVW Rise. And then they did it the very next night at Appalachian Armageddon in a tables match.
Absolutely right. A tables match where Sophia Rose was able to retain her OVW Women's Championship. But, call me crazy, I don't think those two are necessarily done with each other just yet.
No, not by a long shot. But something that is done is the reign of National Heavyweight Champion Doug the Machine Basham. The reign is over. We have a new champ, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I thought you were saying Leather Daddy Doug. So when you dropped the machine, my brain was expecting something else.
I was going to do all of them.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of leather pieces there, folks. But the leather piece that is important is the one that has gold on it as well. No longer around the waist of Doug Basham, despite the interference of the Revolution. Crixus getting involved. Tony Gunn returning and getting involved. But then Dustin Jackson, your OVW Media Champion, coming down, leveling the playing field, allowing Surge a fair fight, and allowing Surge to become the new OVW National Heavyweight Champion.
And you got to think that the momentum has swung back in the favor of OVW. Is the Revolution stronghold finally over? We're going to find out a little bit more this next Thursday.
And now here, the last holdout stronghold in the Revolution just happens to be the biggest stronghold, Steve. I'm talking about the OVW Heavyweight Champion, the biggest Mount Kadeem. Now, Kadeem was in the ring with Linda Kay on OVW Rise being interviewed, and Cal Hero sneaking out from under the ring, attacking Kadeem with a chain, bloodying the champion. And I know this is conspiratorial, but Linda Kay, Cal Hero, they got history. Maybe she's in there, she makes a distraction. I mean, I'm not saying Cal Hero has been menacing lately.
Are they brother and sister? Are they cousins?
Cal's been hanging out a lot with Jamie Olavencia. His motives, his approaches may be different. Maybe it was a setup, maybe it wasn't. All we know is that a OVW heavyweight champion was left bloodied here in the middle of the ring just days before their chain carnage encounter at Pikeville.
I'll tell you how devoted Cal Hero was. I was at the arena, I'd say about 2:33 p.m. that day, and he never came through. He was under the ring for hours waiting for his moment, waiting for the right time. He knew that he was going to get his chance, and by God, he got it, showing an extreme side to Cal Hero that we've yet to see.
And folks, speaking of that extreme side of Cal Hero, let's go ahead and take a look back at some highlights from Pikeville, more specifically of that chain carnage matchup, non-title matchup between OVW heavyweight champion Kadeem and Cal Hero.
Goliath. David and Goliath. That's what they all say. The thing about David is when God wanted him to be king, he didn't send a crown. He sent Goliath. Tonight, I'm going to slay Goliath. I'm coming for my crown.
If you've ever dreamed of being part of professional wrestling or sports entertainment, make that dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
Definitely an interesting tag team here. The Marionette Noelle teaming with Teagan Thorne.
Well, you know, the question is, do these two women know each other well enough to work well together as a tag team? I guess we will find out, Carmen.
And their opponents, the team of Rachel Lay and Freya, the SLAYA!
Talk about first-time tag teams. The impressive Rachel Lay teaming with a former three-time OVW Women's Champion, Freya the SLAYA.
A woman that absolutely knows how to get it done in the ring. And you're right, you know, I don't know if these women are familiar with each other enough to be good tag team partners. It's going to be an interesting matchup all the way around, one I'm actually looking forward to.
Interesting dynamic on both sides of the ring.
Well, OVW's women's division has been heating up more and more, and we've seen that with, I mean, just look at what happened with Sophia Rose and J-Rod.
Looks like Thorne and Freya going to get us started. Of course, you mentioned the tables match took place this last Friday night, Appalachian Armageddon. What an incredible tables match that was.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on OVW's social media for where you can watch that one in the future. But look at this now, Freya just drives Thorne back into the corner.
The two powerhouses getting us started now. Freya just launching Thorne across the ring. Charging in, misses with the back splash, easy for me to say. And now Thorne drop face first into the corner.
Thorne reeling, Freya in firm control here of her. Quick tag over to Rachel Lay. Lay wanting to get in a little bit on the action here.
Rachel Lay, the three-time Big Ten All-American college gymnast now, showing off a little bit of that skill.
Beautiful back handspring almost all the way across the ring, and oh! Huge face buster sends Thorne down.
Cover.
One count only.
Looking for that quick victory. Now Lay looking to stay in control. Side headlock, and Thorne drops down to a knee.
Referee Mike Romo in there making sure that doesn't turn into a choke by accident. Thorne trying to fight out. Backs Lay into the ropes, sends her off, and oh, and look at this.
Noelle on the outside, a kick to the lower back, and all the meanwhile, the referee distracted. Now Thorne and Noelle just having their way.
Just stomping away at Rachel Lay. Freya doing everything she can to try to get past referee Mike Romo to explain what was going on.
Thorne sends Lay face first into the corner as these two now look to isolate the relative newcomer here. And Noelle and Thorne now in the corner. What do they have in mind here? Noelle shot to the midsection.
Hooks her up. Vertical suplex out of the Marionette. No one pulling her strings here tonight as she's got Rachel Lay in that chin lock as Lay fights her way back up to her feet, but oh.
Doing everything in her power to keep Lay away from the corner so she cannot tag in Freya. Excellent strategy there.
Forearm strikes across the chest.
Frequent tags now from Thorne and Noelle. Got to say, they're working very well together thus far. Oh, and sends Lay into the corner, almost a ripcord-like effect.
Double knees right into the chest. Now you might have chipped a tooth on that one.
That's the thing about Noelle. Everything she does is to disorient her opponents, and we're seeing that right there.
Thorne with that hip attack in the corner. He's got her in that sleeper hold.
This could be it here. Putting all of her weight down on Lay.
Now Rachel Lay trying to fight her way back up to her feet.
Elbow to the midsection. Now Lay fights her way out. Nope.
Spinning.
Caught.
Say that kick was blocked, but the second one got her. I don't know how much she got, but it was enough to send Teagan over to the corner to tag out quickly.
Got her on the rebound, and now in comes Freya the SLAYA. Not what these two ladies were wanting to see. Like, Larkin. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Larkin?
Of just your hand.
We're trying to do our job. There's a match going on. Meanwhile, Freya just hit a double suplex. Larkin looking for a missing knife.
What the hell is happening?
Of course, we saw recently that no contest between Larkin and Freya over the missing knife, and now Freya, I'm not sure if she's
so confused
noticed.
right now.
Bit across the back. Goes for the cover. Broken up. Oh, look at this, on the outside, Larkin biting the leg.
What is she doing?
Biting the leg of Lay, much like she bit the hand of Freya the SLAYA.
Why is she out here? What is wrong with her?
Over an imaginary knife. Let's call it what it is.
It's not there. Freya don't care.
Freya with a handful of hair drags Larkin into the ring. Gotta be careful here. Noelle now jumping on the back, trying to choke out Freya. Things are breaking out quick here.
Oh, referee Mike Romo's thrown this match out.
The match has been thrown out, but
Ladies and
Noelle
gentlemen,
and
official Mike Romo
Thorne.
has ruled this match no contest.
match is a no contest, but the chaos continues. That's press from Larkin. The referee has lost control.
I mean, who can get control over Larkin other than somebody with maybe a dart gun?
Look at this.
This is totally exploded here. Is she wearing a slipper?
All out mayhem
she's
here on
biting
Overdrive.
her.
We got to get this under control.
What is happening? We get referees. We got to get more officials from the back.
We got to get more help in this. Thorne still taking a swing at Lay, and now, thankfully, Noelle.
Referee
and
Stephen
Thorne.
Kyle managed to get them out of the ring, trying to keep them away from Rachel Lay.
Freya just fighting her way through the official, stomp to the chest of Larkin.
Somebody have to call out the National Guard to keep Freya back. Larkin charges through, tackles Freya.
And it's still not over.
Hands are a-flying.
The bad blood between these two women, absolutely unstoppable right now, and we're trying to get things under control, folks.
What are we going to do, put Thorazine on a pole?
Finally, Larkin being sent to the back.
I mean, I can look around at the house. I might have some.
The crowd showing their love for Freya.
Yeah. What?
I guess so. The light's on. Oh, thumbs up.
What does a green light even mean on a?
I know what that means.
All right, purple shirt and your Timu ass. Folks, welcome back. What a main event we just had in the women's division. If J-Rod and Sophia were not an indicator of how wild it's gotten, we just had a tag team match with a marionette in it. And she was not the craziest part of the equation because someone crazier came in and interrupted the matchup, and then it was just chaos.
Yeah. Again, Larkin, we saw her earlier today. I didn't know that she was going to get involved in the main event, but it doesn't, I mean, it makes sense. And the knife's missing, so, you know, that's affecting her, I guess.
The knife's missing. Women are pulling each other's hair. It's like my grandma's 75th birthday all over again. Well, this time I'm not invited.
The cutting of the cake, and if you can't cut the cake, you need the knife for the cake.
Yeah, that's what the knife was used for on that birthday. Because the family, that's why we don't talk about it, it's because the cake, not the body we buried. Folks, hey, what a show we had for you, though. And look, the women's division is just going to get wilder and wilder, but it's also getting better and better. The best of the best want to compete in OVW, and you're starting to see that's starting to burgeon. Burgeoning?
It's a burgeoning thing. It burgeons.
It's a burgeoning
Candace
division.
Burgeon from Murphy Brown.
Oh, you want to go?
Yeah, let's go watch Murphy Brown.
Folks, we're going to go watch Murphy Brown. We got to wrap this up. We'll see you next week. Yeah, we get it, purple shirt. We get it. We get it. Oh, you put that finger down.
Yeah. Whoa, almost did it. We're going to go watch Murphy Brown.